Let's talk now about some of the capabilities of dealing with the Microsoft 365 admin portal versus the Microsoft 365 user portal. Now, the first thing to kind of keep in mind when you think about Microsoft 365, and you may have heard me say this before, maybe not, but essentially the Microsoft 365 Admin Center is more of like the platform side of Microsoft 365, platform as a service, meaning that we admins use this as a platform for controlling everything. And then the Microsoft 365 user side of all this would be more software as a service, where users are just connecting in and using the apps that are made available to them. So we admins use the Admin Center, portal.microsoft.com, for controlling the different things you see here. So if I click Show All, you'll see even more. So my users and groups and everything are managed here. Okay, there's groups and teams. You can actually create a group, which will create a team. You can handle role permissions and all of that, giving out rights to admins and all that. You have what are called resources, which kind of links back to Microsoft Exchange as far as having what's called a room and equipment mailbox. And you've got, as you can see, sites here. This will kind of link back to SharePoint. Not diving deep into any of that right now. Marketplace is where we can get our licenses and see licenses that are available. Billing obviously is where we handle the financial side of all this. Support, where we can get help and support. There's lots of settings that we can control. We can control what our domains are, DNS names that are associated with Microsoft 365. You have search and intelligence data, lets us look things up. We have organization settings, which is really going to let us drill down into things like the various settings that we have available to us here in the Microsoft 365 environment. Also some security related settings that can be controlled here. And then our organization profile is here, which lets us control how our organization is known, the name of it, and all of that. All right. So if you're doing synchronization with involving Intra ID, formerly Azure AD identification, you can have partner relationships that are where you're teamed up with other partnering organizations. This is Microsoft Edge related here, how Edge interacts with some of your Microsoft 365 settings. You even have a setup blade that's dedicated to making some setup changes and basically walk you through add-ons and subscriptions and stuff like that. You have reports, you have health data, and then various other Microsoft 365 admin portals right here that'll take you into some of the other areas like Exchange and SharePoint and Teams. You can go into Microsoft Defender by clicking Security. You can go into Purview by going into Compliance. And you can even click All Admin Centers to see that there's even more admin centers, admin areas you can go. So that's the Microsoft 365 admin side of things. Let's go to the user side. So this is Microsoft365.com. All right. This is the user portal that, of course, allows users to sign in. So whereas we admins would have access to the admin portal and the user portal, users usually would just have access to the user side of things. So you can click this little button called the waffle, and you can see the various apps. You can also click Explore All Apps, which will show you all the apps that are available for use. Okay, so there's lots of different apps here that the user can utilize. You can also pin apps over here that you want to pin to the left side over here, and then you can see that whenever you've got too many apps going on here, you have to use the ellipse symbol to see those. But again, you can always click Explore All Apps to see all the apps. You've got a little search bar here as a user that lets you do that. Home button that'll take you back to home. You even got a little Create button, which kind of links to the various apps that are available. If I want to create a document or through Word, PowerPoint, presentation through PowerPoint, spreadsheet, forms, quizzes, pages, all kinds of stuff here you could create. You can click on Feed. All right. This will link back to the Engage. This gets into the social media stuff, as well as Microsoft Stream, which will show you videos and stuff that are posted inside your environment. And then from there, you can click apps, and that's sort of the same thing as, exploring all your apps that are available. So again, this is the user side of things, whereas portal.microsoft.com is the admin side of things. All right, so hopefully that gives you a better understanding of the differences between the admin side versus the user side.